Okay, everyone, here's our second video. So this is going to talk about when we convert between different number systems. I did this by hand and then I scanned the paper that I worked on it in. Sorry that the quality is not the best, but we can still, kind of go over it as I point out some things. So I actually want to start off kind of in the middle right here when I'm going from binary to decimal. Okay, so I'm in the binary number system and I'm converting to the decimal number system. So here would be my binary number, 1011. I'm going to write all of the powers of base 2. So some people here would write, 2 to the 0, 2 to the first, 2 squared, 2 to the third. I just skip that step and I write what they're actually equal to here. Okay, so my binary number, my powers here. I multiply this line times this line. Okay, and here's where my answers are. So 1 times 1 gives me 1. 1 times 2 gives me 2. 0 times 4 gives me 0. 1 times 8 gives me 8. Okay. These numbers here, I add them up. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is my answer. Okay. So the binary number of 1011 is equal to the decimal number of 11. Okay. Now, if we were going to go from decimal to binary, okay, so like a real number here, going to binary. I know this might be confusing, but I chose the number 100, okay? So if I had the number 100, okay, in decimal form, and I want to go to binary. So I'm going to look at this list of numbers, okay, these are all of my powers of 2, and I want to find the biggest number I can subtract from 100. Okay, the biggest number, not the smallest number, but I want the biggest number I can subtract from 100. That's going to be 64. So I'm going to subtract 64 here, and I'm going to put a 1 right here. Okay, a 1 is going to go under 64. I'm going to do that math, and I get 36. So now I want to see what's the biggest number I can subtract from 36 from my powers. That's going to be 32. So I'll put a 1 here, and I'll subtract 32. Easy math. We got 4. So now what's the biggest number I can subtract from 4? Conveniently enough, it's 4. So I subtract by 4 and then I have 0. I don't have anything else to subtract. So I fill in the last 2 places with 0. Okay. I like a neat binary number, so I like them when they're written in groups of 4. So this is a group of 4. This was a group of 3, and I added this 0 here. Okay, so now it's a group of 4, a group of 4. Fun little trivia question. Is this a bit or a byte? Not going to tell you the answer. Hope you figured it out. Okay. So last one, if we're going from hex to decimal. So if I have a hex number, 4A, okay, 4A. I hope you know why I wrote 10 here. Do you know why? Okay, I wrote 10 here because A is really representative of the number 10. Okay, so remember with hex, I go from 0 to 9, and then A to F, and each of those letters represents a 2-digit number. Okay, so 10, 11, 12, so on and so forth. Okay, here I wrote my powers. They're a little hard to see. 16 to the 0 power, 16 to the first power. Okay, and then I'm going to multiply these two. Okay, so 10 times 1 gives me 10. 4 times 16 gives me 64. If I add them together, I get 74. Okay, so my hex number of 4A is really 74 in decimal version. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you going through these. If you have any questions, please, please, please don't hesitate to email me. Happy studying.